because we are ready. Bringing us the PlayStation cult classic Siren. Any percent is casual speedrun. So listen closely, dear audience, and you may hear the call of the siren. Take it away.
Hello everybody, hello No Glitches Allowed gamers, I'm back once again, they let us in again, oops! It's me, Casual Speedrun, and I'm going to be gaming Siren tonight for all of you. I'm super excited. Siren is one of my all-time favorite games, all-time favorite speedruns. I can't get enough Siren personally, and now we're going to share it with all of you. So Siren is a PlayStation 2 classic, pretty obscure, right? Not super well known, especially outside of Japan. But after tonight, I think you are all going to have a special place in your heart for Siren. So time's going to start when I select new game here, and that's in 3, 2, 1. Let's Siren.
Good luck.
Thank you. The number one thing to note about Siren is Siren is not a super straightforward game, okay? Siren is not easy gameplay-wise, and plot-wise, forget about it. I'm going to do my best to essentially explain some of the plot. The subtleties and intricacies of the Siren plot are really... I mean, you can 100% this game and still have no idea what's really going on. I'm sure that's possible. There are actually all kinds of really well-written guides online that I would highly recommend if you're really interested in the plot of Siren. And yeah, check those out and play the game. Play Siren. This game is sick. So as you can see, I'm having to open up like an action menu to engage with the game. This is going to come in handy in all kinds of places later. We use this to open up doors in certain circumstances, lock doors, unlock doors, do all kinds of things. And that's going to kind of feed into what we're doing later. So we've already finished the first level. That's the tutorial. We've already actually played this game before, so I don't need the game to teach me how to play. And we actually have a gamer here. This gamer lady is going to try to teach me how to play the game again, and I'm just going to say, no thanks, I'm good. We already know how to play the game, so we're going to basically ignore her. The game is in Japanese. It's very, very slightly faster. Also on the controller, circle is your action button instead of X, which is very slightly faster to roll your thumb from triangle to circle versus triangle to X. So what's happening here is we're learning how to sight jack. Okay, this is like the primary, most unique feature of this game, is to be able to see through the eyes of friendly NPCs and enemy NPCs. Okay, and people who aren't even part of the playable level, you can also see through their eyes. In casual play, this has all kinds of interesting things. You can hear some of the enemies. The enemies, I'll get into what their deal is pretty soon. But basically, what's going on here is we are right now playing as one of many characters that we're going to play as in this run. This is Kyoya, who rode his mountain bike through the woods, and now, oops, he accidentally fell into a scary, spooky village that is being seized by a crazy curse that has essentially dragged this whole village into the underworld. The water runs red, and everything is extremely sus. So we're using this sight jack mechanic right now to skip the game teaching us how to play the game. So we already know how to play the game. The game is going to show us little text on screen, and when the text is on screen, everything stops. The rain stops, people stop moving, the cycle stops. We don't want any of that, right? We want the game to keep going, so we're actually entering the sight jack so that text can't appear on screen. It literally can't appear on screen if you're in the sight jack, so it's a nice little manip that saves several seconds on this level. This game is full of all kinds of tiny tech. The game is not... Oh, see, I missed it. This is what I would normally have to mash through, except this one's actually really short to mash through. It's not that bad. But yeah, this game is naturally glitchless. This run is naturally glitchless. There is actually recently a glitched category that I ran at SGDQ last year, where you kind of in the crouch position here, you can actually zoom around all over the place. It's really fun. But I personally actually prefer the standard glitchless any percent. We're gonna wait for her to talk, turn off the flashlight, run over here, open the sight jack, and that's it. So we just skipped having to mash a bunch of text. She's also gonna run a little faster. If you keep your flashlight on and get that dialogue, for some reason she's just faster. Am I a goat? Bah! Okay, I'm sorry. So now we're gonna have to pull up this character, open this up so we don't have to look at more text. One more right here. We're going to see that it gives us text again if we try to leave early. So we're going to let her push us out so that we're ahead. So we're like our person is like slightly further out, and so we like end the level faster. We get into the trigger to end faster. But if we're in sight jack, we can avoid seeing that text, even though it would say, "Hey, you can't leave without Hisako, the lady there." But if you let her push you while you're in the sight jack, then you don't get the text, and you get to end slightly faster. So we save a few extra seconds there at the end. So what's happening in this village is everyone is sus. Everyone is dead, but they've been reanimated. They are not zombies. You'll see the zombies when it's time for Resident Evil later on tonight. But for right now, they are not quite zombies. That's not the right word for it. They're called Shibito. They're dead, but they're not dead. Okay? This red water has essentially reanimated them and brought them back to everlasting life, right? They can't actually be killed. You can't actually kill any of the enemies in this game. You can merely incapacitate them temporarily. They will get back up. We are not going to... I don't think we see that at all in the any percent run, but if you check out like 100%, you will see instances where enemies get back up. It's actually, if you it creates all kinds of timing situations in 100% where you have to time things exactly right. Otherwise, someone gets up, it ruins the whole thing. You know what? There is a level. Actually, I'll try to point it out. There is one level where we will see someone get up. Okay, and I'll try to point that out when that happens. But yeah, the enemies here are pretty overpowered compared to you. See, I'm running around without a weapon here. On that last level, we actually had a gun, but we don't use it. It's just slower. It's just faster to run through and not use the gun. Right there, we tank a shot. One of three things can happen. He can either miss, he can forward stagger me, which is what happened, or he can backwards stagger me and lose a few seconds. But yeah, this level's really straightforward. We just run through. A lot of the early levels are really straightforward, but the text starts to stack and the difficulty starts to stack even higher as we get into like the next level, for instance, is when it actually starts to become difficult. We're only about 6 minutes in, and this level coming up is a major reset point in the run already. And I'll explain why. It'll be pretty obvious why when we get there. But the number one thing happening in this level is we've got a companion, again, like in the second level where we had that gamer lady trying to teach us how to play the game. No, thank you. We know how to play the game. I've been playing Siren since I was a kid. I absolutely love this game. Didn't make a whole lot of sense as a youngster, but now as an adult, it kind of makes sense. So we've got a companion here, but not just any companion. This is the worst escort mission in a video game ever. Introducing Miyako. So... Miyako here is actually blind. She cannot see a single thing. However, she can see through your eyes using that sight jack maneuver. Oh, how cool is that? The lore and the gameplay mechanics collide. But we have to listen to her footsteps and basically like try to draw her in the right direction, make sure we're not going too far away, but also not losing time by lingering too long in the same place. And there's also a cycle in this level where if we wait too long, we're going to miss the cycle and we're going to have to fight. Fight with what? Our bare hands? No, you can't in this game. But here's a weapon. It's the first weapon we're picking up. This is the fire poker. It's not good. This is one of the worst weapons in the game. Second only to the umbrella. There are like very few instances where you would ever grab the umbrella, even in casual play. Okay, we're waiting for her here. Oh, she stopped. There she goes. Okay, so we have to listen to her footsteps and like kind of time it mentally. We're gonna smack open this gate. So even if we can avoid fighting, we have to fight the gate anyway. So there's our first combat of the run. I'm gonna wait for her here, right here, so she doesn't drop down, because if she drops down, it's over. I'm gonna try to get away with not fighting here. Let's see if we can get this. I'm gonna stutter step here so we don't alert this gamer who's just gaming in the fields. Miyako, start running, please. Okay. We might be able to get away with not fighting here. Yeah, she's following. Let's go. Cool, and she still has stamina. So when characters run out of stamina management is very important. When characters run out of stamina, you'll hear them kind of like breathing really heavy. So we're very glad to hear Miyako, or rather to not hear, I guess, to not hear Miyako, because that means that she's still got all of her stamina, which means we can get away with this. This is easy clappers now. Okay, we'll wait for her stamina. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Okay, that lady is way far behind. She's not going to pursue me. I'm a little late on this cycle, so even though we got away without having to fight any of those two enemies behind us there, we're going to have to fight her. Because of her position, she would see us if we try to sneak around the truck, which is what you would otherwise want to do. And there we go. It's one of the hardest levels. It's definitely the hardest level of the early game until this one right here. Oh, any Siren runners in chat? I'm gonna not go for the bullet dodge, and I know that they'd be like, if Super was here, he'd be really sad about that. But it is what it is. The bullet dodge is well, it's literally dodging a bullet, so it's not very easy. We're gonna park here for 4 seconds because this game has extremely cruel level design. The tagline of this game when it was being marketed was actually, no matter what you do, despair. That's literally what it said on like trailers for the game, posters and all of that. It would say, no matter what you do, despair, because the game is like notoriously extremely difficult. So we're gonna drop down as far to the left as we can here. That looks good. This guy, instead of swinging at us, is actually gonna yell because he noticed us, then took 4 steps exactly, and then, even though he was right next to us, because he had taken those 4 steps, he just decides to yell. That's just how enemies behave. It's kind of like me when I was a kid. Okay, that sniper behind us just saw. We're gonna wait for this guy to see us again. There it is. Bait the shot. Sidejack here just for timing. We're gonna watch that red cross kind of turn to the right a little bit. There it goes. It's facing the wall. I'm gonna grab that key. When we come back here for mission 2, yes, there are mission 2s. You have to revisit a lot of the levels, okay? When we come back here for mission 2, we are going to actually see this guy get up. I think this is the only one in any percent where we'll actually see an enemy getting up from being knocked down, is that sniper right there. All right, and that's it for Rifle Grandpa. I love this level. Okay, so casually, this level is insanely difficult. The cruel level design here is that if you just run straight out of the tunnel, there's a sniper, the sniper who saw us like halfway through that level, who we didn't even really interact with. But that sniper will see you right away and he'll shoot you immediately, and you have like, it's so unlikely that you're going to shoot him before he shoots you. So it's really cruel level design because, you know, playing this casually, you're going to be like, oh, hee, here I go. And you just run out of the tunnel and you're going to get insta destroyed. So it's pretty unfair. So HP, if you get shot by anything, most characters will have like 1 pixel of HP left, basically. This level is no exception, so we're going to do a little thing here. We're going to bait 4 shots. Enemy rifles always have 5 shots. Enemy pistols, except the police officer, will always have 6. Okay, so we're going to let this guy shoot at us 4 times. But casual, what about that 5th bullet? Check it out. We're actually going to tank that one straight to the Domski. Like this. Wait for him to turn. Here we go. So we've got a companion behind us here. The reason why we're letting him shoot that 5th bullet into us is because otherwise he would reload and shoot Tomoko behind us, and she can't tank a bullet. That's the big difference. So this is the strat. And there we go. And that's that level. Easy. It's actually not easy. That level is one of the hardest ones to learn how to do. It's one of those things where once you learn it, it's not that bad. Everything in this game is kind of bad. Everything where there are like real strats going on. I run like 50 different games, and I would rate Siren as definitely one of the hardest runs I do. There is no difficulty setting. It's just max difficulty all the time. There's no difficulty adjustment based on your performance. It's just max difficulty all the time. All right, so this level, this one's kind of tight. There's really no backup or safe strat here because it would take like 4 to 5 business days in order to finish this level. So we're just gonna go for it. Gonna 180 real quick. This one's pretty cycle dependent. Okay, good. This lady right here is gonna yell because I yelled. We're gonna use that to get past her, and that yell is going to trigger this enemy to start patrolling, and we're gonna hopefully stomp loud enough for them to hear us. Yep, there it is, the little red flash on the screen. She sees us. Lady Shovelington, good to see you, madam. She's gonna yell. There's a whole lot of yelling going on in this game. The yell is actually kind of overpowered. I'm gonna step kind of to the left of this guy, then over to the right. Get by him. There it is. He's gonna shoot us once, and hopefully only once. There it is. Okay, and there's our checkpoint. We're gonna retry checkpoint. That's our first checkpoint abuse here. We get our flashlight on our weapon because the game is like there's no possible way that this guy was able to do all this. Oh, too tight on the swing. Okay, so what's happening here is this guy, for some reason, his rifle has like his bullets have extra powder or something. He always does a 1-hit kill no matter what else is going on. It literally doesn't matter. He'll always 1-hit kill you. So we're gonna give him a little smack there. That strat is actually so much tighter than it looks. That's actually one of That is also one of the hardest things to learn how to do, is that little swing around the corner, because if you run straight at him, he'll just aim right away. If you run too wide of a turn, he'll aim right away. It's really hard to actually get used to the angle you have to take there. So right here, we're going to bait 5 shots because Risa cannot survive getting shot. She will lose all of her HP. That's 2, 3, 4, wait for the 5. Okay, now we're gonna run right around this guy and use shout push. So I kind of didn't really mention this on the last level, but we're opening up the action button menu and mashing shout. What that does is it like raises the character's left hand like this a little bit, and that actually increases your hitbox's size. And if you're running forward while doing that and like wedging yourself between a wall and an enemy, it will actually push the enemy out of the way. So that guy is literally wedged in place in a way that the game is like, oh, there's no way that the player can get past here. It's impossible. It's impossible until speedrunners have their go at it, and we're literally just like, yeah, hold my control. I have to hold the controller. Hold my gamer fuel and watch this. Okay, that guy shot and missed. So we're gonna grab this little box. This is mission 2. So this is our first revisit to a mission. As you can see, the text at the very start of this mission was like mission 1, mission 2. This is really straightforward. We're literally just grabbing a box. We're gonna step on the box and climb up onto a larger box, which is this little shed. Climb on up, and there it is. We just needed that veil. The lady who was teaching us how to sight jack, that's from her. Wowee. All right. Now we are coming back to this same area, but as a different character. Okay, so this invokes kind of the time loop deal and then the connections between the characters. The time loop I'll explain a little later, but this guy is the guy who we were just playing as his twin, okay? The doctor and the priest are twins. We're gonna dispatch this unkind gamer, call our lady friend here. This level also really just does not have a backup. We're just gonna have to go for it. It would just take too long otherwise. So let's try to run the perfect line so that this guy should shoot the corner of this gate here instead of shooting us. We hide here. There it is. Have her hide. Sorry about that, y'all. I was doing the IRL struts. Okay, so this guy's gonna see us. I'm gonna try to get him to aim at me. Thank you. So that he's not aiming at Risa. Because she does that. She does kind of like an Ashley Graham, like, stand in place thing. If she gets, like, even if she just gets aimed at, if your companions get aimed at, they will just do that. It's pretty bad. Okay, we're now gonna revisit the Rifle Grandpa level. The revisit is really interesting because it's very timing centric, just like the first one, but in kind of different ways. So what's going to happen here is we're going to do the same jump down. So the shout thing, okay? So shouting in this game is kind of busted, even in the fact that it's a glitchless run, it's still kind of busted. We're going to wait for 4 seconds. This should time it just so that not only the sniper will not be looking at us when we come out of the tunnel, but also we're going to drop down, right? And this gamer on the floor is going to take exactly 4 steps so that he should yell right in front of us, allowing us to just get right past him, even though we're kind of staggered from the falling animation and landing on the ground. So if we time this just right, let's see it. I'm also going to use my own shout to cancel my rifle put away animation. So he like puts it up on his shoulder and that takes forever. We're actually going to cancel that by shouting like this. I'll show you. We're going to shoot both these guys this time like that. We're going to cancel it. That guy just saw me. The sniper, you kind of saw the flash. Ooh, I got shot. Okay. Hopefully we don't get hit here. No! 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 Okay. That's okay. We just start this level over again. It's no big deal. That happens sometimes. I mean, yeah, dying in this run is bound to happen.
While you're running it back, mind if I remind everyone why we're here?
Oh, by all means, please.
Awesome. No Glitches Allowed 2026 is raising money for Go Rescue, a dog shelter in Hampton, Virginia. Go Rescue works to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. So we have currently raised $1,676 thus far. Thank you all so much. I've seen Osborne in chat. We could get 2K tonight. I really think we could, especially with that bid war for Resident Evil still hot on the case. So Italian's still in the lead, but any other language could make a comeback during this run. I guess it's up to the enemies for how nicely they treat casual.
All right, so we've made it past this this gamer once again. Watch this guy. He's gonna get back up. Okay, and depending on whether we get hit by Mr. Shovel, we saw Lady Shovelington earlier, but Mr. Shovel down here, if he hits us, if he gives us a little shovel spanking, we may have to shoot that sniper. Depends on where he hits me. Okay. Grab that pickaxe, we're going to be using that. Ooh, he gave me a smackaroonie. Okay, so I'm probably going to just shoot the sniper up here because now look at him, he's getting up. Yeah, that's for the best. That way we can also just run straight down here instead of kind of hooking around to the right. So you're barely losing anything by doing that anyway. Should also lead to a situation where this sniper does not see us. Nice. So we made it back in time. So as you can hear, Akira, Rifle Grandpa here, he's huffing and puffing. So if we bump into anything right now, we're gonna get the wall stagger, which is just absolutely awful. And then we're gonna have to run in this. Okay, so this is why stamina management is super important. For some characters, it cuts their running speed in half. It's really bad. Oh, somehow climbing up the wall actually fixed his stamina. Cool, cool, totally makes sense. All right, and that's mission 2. So what we just did is we opened up that gate there. That is going to enable a different character to come in. So that's the interconnectedness that I was talking about. So we by manipulating something on this level, right, especially in a mission 2 is typically how it goes. You are basically opening up the door for another character to wander into that area where they need to go, okay? And that person here is Naoko. Naoko is a TV personality who has really taken a wrong turn in her career because now she's in the gamer village surrounded by the gamers, and it's no good at all. So hopefully this shovel man doesn't hit us. Okay, grab is actually worse, but it doesn't really matter, honestly. It just means our timing is slightly different here. Yo, super. Good to see you in the chat there. So we got grabbed, so I'm actually going to stop at the second 3. If you don't get grabbed, you stop at the first 3 for stamina right here. Swing at the ground, there she goes. As you play the game, you kind of get used to where those staminas are going to be. I'll start running now. Okay, good timing. That guy yells, and so the yell is extremely overpowered for you, not for them, for you only. We need a library card because Naoko needs to go learn how to read. Because she followed too many wrong signs. Oh, thank you. She followed too many wrong road signs and got here, so she needs to work on her. I mean, kanji's hard, right? I spent a long time studying before I went to take a university class in Japan, and yeah, I can't read. I basically just cannot read. Kanji hard, so I don't blame her. But we're gonna grab that library card so she can learn how to read. We're gonna wait for the 3rd buzzer here to be done. Okay. What that does is the Siren, oh, he said it, the name of the game. That Siren is bringing a sniper out of the tunnel that we started the last level in, okay? And she's going to try to escape through there. Okay, good, he's out of the way. So this way we can just run up through there and leave and finish the level. But yeah, you kind of want to, for safety, for PB attempts, I wouldn't be waiting for the buzzer. What you do is you let that shovel guy grab you, because the shovel guy is what really gives you away to the sniper and keeps him in position. If the shovel guy yells, like if he sees you and yells, that's when it's over. Because the rifle guy, the sniper, will just plant his feet and stare champ for like 30 seconds. But the Siren draws him out, and not letting the shovel guy yell is what causes him to jump down, and you're able to leave the level there. But yeah, the yell is extremely broken for you, the player. Even them yelling is also extremely broken for you, the player. If they are yelling and you're out of sight, it treats you as if you're no longer being pursued. You're like in a safe state for whatever reason, even though they know where you are. And you're able to like grab that item that I just grabbed, whereas otherwise it would say, no, you don't have time for that right now. Okay, this one's pretty precise. We're gonna shoot this guy. Okay, nice, we got the magic bullet. We're gonna sight jack this enemy. Where is she? There she is. Okay, we're gonna sight jack that enemy there because for some reason it changes her behavior. We've got Yoriko behind us, which is important. We need to guide her just to the right location. Okay. Oh, I got hit. Hopefully I don't get hit again. Oh, that bullet actually landed really close to us. Okay, so we have exactly enough bullets to finish this level. I'll show that in a second. So we're gonna reload. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna get Yoriko in there. We're actually out of ammo now. We have just enough bullets to be able to finish this. Actually, in any percent, we no longer need what we call the magic bullet. When you shoot that guy and kill him with one hit, it's a sneak attack. That's what causes that to be a one-hit kill. Normally, it's 2 for almost every enemy, for almost every weapon, except for rifles. For almost every pistol weapon, except for rifles are actually 1 hit on almost every enemy. Okay, this is already open. We used to have to open this, and you need to shoot it open in order to do that. We no longer need to do that though because the route has changed significantly. And I'll explain why the route has changed significantly in about 5 minutes. Yeah, in about 5 minutes, you're going to see why the route has changed significantly. There is a major skip that has been introduced into this run. I want to say at this point, it's like 2.5 years ago, something like that. So we're just going to let this guy shoot us. That's what's happening. Run off to the side, and then we're going to exact our tasty revenge. Let this branch poke through our chest. We're going to face the building there. Oh, don't 180. His 180 is also like the second slowest. Or no, his is actually the slowest in the game. So we're going to do this. Hopefully we can get this guy to look at me. Look at me. Okay, there we go. He did not look at me, but we were able to shoot him. So the reason I let that branch poke through my chest is because we're trying to create a kind of a funky camera angle where we're actually able to aim and see that guy. Normally in that position, or in almost any position, you can't aim and actually see that guy because he has cover like he might be able to shoot you, right? He's actually in a great position because his head and his rifle are like just above the cover beneath him, the edge of the roof. So it's actually a perfect position for him. But if you wedge yourself into that spot, you can actually hit him, which is pretty good. So what we did is we climbed on top of that tower where we can hear, guess what? We're unlocking another level. We can hear, oh, there's an announcement happening down at the elementary school. Guess where we're going for our next level? It's the elementary school! Thank goodness this isn't 100%, so I actually can leave Harumi behind. Say hi, Harumi. Oh, she started to say sensei, but she just said sit. That's good enough. All right, so we're gonna just take off here. Just run, run, run. Interestingly enough, the teacher actually has the fastest 180. Just a little piece of trivia. I'll show that in just a sec. Like that, she actually has the fastest 180 in the game. So I got shot. We're gonna retry checkpoint. Usually that's what happens, you get shot there. It gives us our stamina and our HP back, and perhaps most importantly, it resets the position of the guy who shot us. That's very important. So we're actually going to let him shoot us again. Or if he misses, it's not a big deal, but we actually kind of want him to shoot us. Like this. Because then he's going to, like, plant his feet. I'm going to shout so he shoots again. Instead of pursuing us. Oh, uh-oh. Is he going to follow me? Ooh, uh-oh. We might have a pursuer on our hands. Red alert, wee-woo. Alert, alert. Okay, he's gaming in the hallway still. That's good, that's good. Okay, we just picked up a weapon. The crowbar is, it's powerful, it's really slow, and your range is abysmal. And yeah, it's really, really slow to attack. Okay, good. No Senor Glockman in the basketball court. It's just me and him. We're settling it on the court. Yeah, no pursuer. Few is right. Yeah, we don't want that guy to follow us in because it's so bad. Because then you got to fight the principal of the school. Okay. Yeah, anyway, you gotta fight the principal while fighting Senor Glockman, and he's just like shooting at you the whole time. It's just terrible. Okay, so this guy's out in the hallway, which means he's not in the toilet. So now we've got the major RNG event of this run, okay? We're gonna see if Harumi is in the toilet. So that little girl, we didn't actually get to see, but hopefully we'll see her right here. Nope, no toilet. Unfortunate. So you might even be able to see behind me, there's a sign that says, have you seen this toilet? And the knowers know from SGDQ last year. We did not get a single toilet. We got double library, and I was actually furious. I got double worst outcome, which is the patroller downstairs who we fought, that guy in the hallway twice. That's the worst. That's the worst. Because you have to fight him, and you have to run upstairs for Harumi. Sometimes what you'll get is he'll be in the toilet downstairs, so at least you don't have to fight him, so it's not that bad. No, it's still very bad, it's just not quite as bad as what we got on this one. What we just got is worst outcome. Best outcome, Harumi in the toilet. Worst outcome, nobody in the toilet, Harumi's upstairs. Second worst outcome, we're gonna have to fight this guy, by the way, because he woke up, because we had to run upstairs. Second worst outcome is the gamer, the patroller, would be in the toilet, and we still have to go upstairs. Okay, the school level is really Monka S. It's like, it's definitely one of the harder levels, and the checkpoint is really, so the checkpoints in this game in general are they're pretty punishing. They're not exactly generous. Okay, not at all. Actually, in fact, you lose your archive item if you collect any archive items, which that's a 100% thing. We don't need to worry about that. But there are like level completion, like mission 2 completion metrics, where if you die or if you retry a checkpoint, you actually lose those triggers, and you have to do the whole level again in order to get them. It's so bad. All right, I'm gonna try this, the fast setup. Don't shoot me, please. He shot me. Hopefully we get the sniper to see me. Can I get the sniper to see me? Okay, there it is. So we should get the fast door open animation, which enables us to come over here and kill this guy before he aims and fires. He's actually like quick draw McGraw, otherwise he would literally like, oh, no. Oh, that was so close. I literally had like no HP. If I could see my HP value, it'd literally be like 1 right now. Oh my god, that was close. The guy coming in there is so bad. It happens sometimes. I waited a little bit too long before going to the right. Plus I got shot, so I was a little delayed there. So what happened there is, if you get the slow door open animation, you have to bail and go around the other way, because the slow door open animation is sufficiently slower that the police officer there will actually draw and shoot you before you are even like running into the room. It's that much slower. So you have to get the fast door open animation or it's over. Yeah, easy. That strat was easy. That level's so easy, right? All right, so we're gonna kind of tiptoe here, except now we're gonna be loud. And there's a little red flash on the screen indicating that he heard us but did not see us, which is exactly what we want. That means we're interrupting his patrol route. He's gonna kind of look around and be sad champ for a little while. Like this, like he's kind of just hanging out down there. There he is. Oh, I bonked. No more bonks, please. So yeah, he's just hanging out down there. That means that when we go back downstairs, he's going to be he's going to be moving towards the other end of the hallway, which means we don't have to fight him. That's the important part. If we didn't do that little manip, guess what? We'd have to fight him when we come back down, which means we also have to fight Senor Glockman, who for some reason has decided to take up residence here. Maybe this is like his summer house, the Glockman summer residence. I don't know. You're going to have to play the game and figure out the lore for yourself, or read the Siren Maniacs guide. But I don't think they touch on Senor Glockman in his summer home. I could be wrong. Okay, we're gonna grab this key, and a guy is gonna jump out of the floor and yell surprise. I'll actually just show the cutscene because it's kind of funny. Surprise! He just comes out of the floor. Like, okay, sure. Okay, now is the major skip. So here we go. I'm actually going to do a retry checkpoint. I don't know why. This is like my cope strat. This is my copium strat. So everybody cope with me, please. All right. Let's go. So we're gonna let this lady, or we're gonna try to manipulate this lady into opening up this door. This door is locked. However, that lady can actually break open locked doors. We're gonna try to get her into a specific position with a specific amount of aggression, would I guess be the metric. We don't actually 100% know how this skip works. We're just kind of trying our best here. I'm gonna turn off my flashlight, kind of push through the wall a little bit. Hopefully that did it. She looks pretty good. Yo, first try. Okay, I can admit now, because I got first try, I'm able to admit to all of you that I actually was running really late into this today, and I did not get a chance to practice. Oops. So we're like raw dogging the whole run. But yeah, it turns out it's okay, because we first tried the skip. That's so much harder than it looks, because she'll be on the doorstep and not have enough aggression, or she'll have enough aggression but she'll be too far back, and even after a couple of years of like doing that, we still as runners kind of go back and forth. I feel like the setup that I'm doing now is like what I've kind of introduced, and I feel like most runners do the same thing, right? I feel like after I release that video, everyone kind of does the same. Like, Super, you do the same setup as me, right? I experimented with different things. This is an auto scroller, by the way. I've experimented with a bunch of different things. Like, one time I was coping extremely hard, and I experimented with actually trying to get a position where she would grab us, so there'd be like a static position and a static like distance relationship between her and me, right? Because the timing wouldn't matter anymore then, and that just did not work. We've tried all kinds of setups. We've tried isolating the variables to figure out what it is. Is it the flashlight poking through the wall a little bit when you run alongside the wall? And then turning it off, and it triggers like her last known position thing. We don't know, because I've been able to do it without the flashlight. Like, no single variable seems to be the variable. So we actually don't know how it works. We kind of just do it. I'm gonna grab some water real quick.
While you do you mind if or do you have any time for a quick update?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Because in addition to our still open bid war for Resident Evil, which Italian is still winning, we have also opened an incentive for Resident Evil. So if we can meet $1,900 milestone by the end of Resident Evil, Alex Meister will be showcasing the intro of Resident Evil. This part of the game is skipped in the no intro category, if you would believe it, because it's typically very RNG heavy and has an area with a set amount of time that must pass before the game can progress. So it's not great for the speedrun, but it does have a lot of lore. It introduces the story of Ethan Winters and his daughter Rose as she gets kidnapped by Mother Miranda. So, by getting to $1,900, we'll be able to show that off at the end of the run, get a little bit more lore and context, as well as a section that you wouldn't normally see. And since that is an milestone incentive, if you donate towards the bid war for Resident Evil, that also helps toward the milestone. So it is a double for Resident Evil Village. So I would highly encourage you, if you are able financially, to donate. Use !donate in the chat, and let's see if we can get closer and closer to the 2K mark. It's coming up so soon, chat.
Nice. Yeah, the intro is underrated. It is normally skipped, but I kind of like the intro, to be honest, personally. So okay, what's happening here is we're waiting. This lady of the house, she has just opened up the kitchen for us with her own key, which she doesn't ever actually drop or anything, but it enables us to grab this key. We're just gonna sneak up right behind her while she's like chopping vegetables, or I don't know what she's doing. She's kind of just doing her own thing. I'm gonna do this. She should still be drawing on the floor. Okay, I'm gonna actually do the run past her right now. So we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a shout push right there. There it is. Which is fine. It's a little risky, but come on, get to it. Super in the chat is telling me to do Fast Kitchen. Fast Kitchen is, so there are a lot of extremely tight, like ridiculous strats in this game that are, you're gonna lose like 3 minutes trying to save 3 seconds. There are a bunch of strats like that. Fast Kitchen is one of them. I'm not doing, like, I did not have any intention at all of doing fast kitchen. I'm gonna run around a little bit until my stamina is depleted. And then wait. Actually, my stamina, I hope it's not sus now. Hopefully it's fine. I'll let the cutscene play to not only fix my stamina, but also kind of just show the cutscene. It's the teacher, oh no, she's one of the gamers, no! The no in English is the funniest thing. No! Okay, that looked good. So this skip is actually really tight. Also, it's not as tight as like Fast Kitchen, which we... Oh, no! Oh my god, that was so close. So she caught us. That's fine. We just we checkpoint right at the top of the building before we jump down, and it'll mean our stamina's fixed anyway. So we'll do that right here. We come right back up here. That's death number 2. Not bad at all, TBH. This run is it's not easy, so I'll take it. It's been a decent run so far. But yeah, no, not next time. There's zero reason to go for Fast Kitchen in an actual run unless you're doing ILs. If I'm being totally real, I don't think there's any reason to like just kill your run with Fast Kitchen. It looks really sick. It looks really sick. I might have taken off a little too late. Nope, it's good. So you can only just barely make this, as you can tell. If you get within tag range of an enemy, as when you're playing as the little girl, you just instantly die. Like no arguments, no mash X to survive. Nope, none of that. You just instantly die. So that skip is really, really tight as a result. You only just barely have enough room to run around her. If you take off too early or too late, it's over. On the last one, I think I was a little too early. So we're gonna do next and alt. Oh, nope, just kidding. We're gonna go back. We're going to come up to this one. We're gonna do alternate, and we're gonna do this one. Okay. We're going back to the school. We have to go back to the school so that we can open the fire exit. Of course, we forgot to open the fire exit so that Naoko, the TV personality, she can get in here too. She needs to have all the doors open for her. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And you can't just do it in mission 1 because, of course, that'd be too simple. So we're on the revisit. The revisit gaming mission 2. All right, same deal as last time. We're gonna run through this hallway downstairs, and hopefully it'd be nice if we don't get shot right here, because then I can run straight through. Nope, just kidding. Fastest 180. Love her 180. It's very sick. Oh, he decided to reload. That's unusual behavior. I'm gonna retry checkpoint again because he's acting sus, and also I got shot, which is what you typically want to do, except for in 100% you cannot retry checkpoint there because that's a long story. But you can't, and so it becomes really tricky. But yeah, that resets this guy's position. We want him to have a static position and for him to see us here. That's very important because otherwise he might decide to pursue us. And again, we don't want him in the gymnasium. We want just the principal by himself. Good, he shot twice. Okay, that's good. That means he's like pretty much guaranteed to just stay put. No pursuer in the gym. All right, we're gonna grab the crowbar and go to work. Go to work on the principal. So when you kill the principal, you actually teleport back down to the middle of the basketball court. His model will always drop in the same place after the cutscene when you defeat him. So he's gonna come in, he's gonna take a swing and hopefully miss. Oh, he was so close. I'm gonna attack this lady here. Oh, just kidding. Okay, now it's tight. Uh-oh. He's like right behind me. Hopefully we can shout push past her so that he gets stuck, but we don't. That's good. I'm gonna sight jack here. Oh my god, dude, are you kidding? Library again? Okay, well, because we didn't see a green cross there, that means that we have to go back upstairs again to find Harumi. No toilet gaming for us. That's unfortunate. I'm getting SGDQ flashbacks, guys. Okay, good. He's pursuing us. So we're going to unlock this, and the reason why we fight him up here instead of fighting him down on the court is, like I said before, this is actually going to teleport us down there, so we don't have to run all the way back. One more. There it is. And now we're on the ground floor again. We've opened up the fire exit so that Naoko can get in. Now it's time to run back up to the library. I mean, I want the youth to read too, super, but what about bathroom? Like, do kids not need to use the bathroom anymore? Come on now. I think the patroller might actually be in the bathroom. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, so we got second. No, just kidding. We got double worst outcome, just like SGDQ. Bro, the showcase luck. That's fine. You lose a. It's not quite a minute. It's like 45 seconds each time. So not great. And yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. That is just pure RNG. I've actually tested it like. Excuse me. She's being a troll. All right, come on. I've actually tested it extensively. Her position randomizes when you load the first cutscene after grabbing the crowbar. That's when her position will randomize. Oh my. Fighting on the stairs is a no-no in this game. Enemies always have the advantage, basically, when you're fighting on the stairs. The angles are... Oh my goodness, the camera. Hello. The crowbar's disadvantage is that the range is abysmal, and the quick attack, so the power attack right there, the heavy attack does a lot of damage with the crowbar, but it's really slow to set up. The quick attack does like absolutely nothing. I would say it's akin to the damage taken by like a light shove. And so... Enemies not respecting the high ground. Yeah, true. No, they don't. They don't. They teach you to respect the high ground. Nice, we got the one hitter. Okay, we shot Spider-Man. Just kidding. That's Spider-Man's later in this level. So these gamers are all spiders for whatever reason. Yeah, play the game. Play the game and you'll understand the lore. But they've all transformed and now they're all spiders. And the principal of the school has become none other than Squidward tentacles. So that's kind of cool. Hit me off the ladder, please. Thank you. Thanks, Garfunkel. So the guy we shot just now is Simon, and the guy who knocked us off the ladder is Garfunkel, which just proves the point that Garfunkel is the better of the two. Because Garfunkel was kind enough to help the lady off the ladder. Chivalry is not dead, guys. Sometimes what he'll do, though, is just, like, watch you climb down the ladder, and it's the worst thing, because climbing down the ladder, like, getting off the ladder takes, like, several seconds. So we actually want him to, like, hit us there. I'm gonna rest for stamina. Okay, this guy's gonna yell. I'm gonna run up and... There. Good. Hopefully we can make it past this, the first guy who yelled. When we grab this and turn around, we should be able to make it past him. He should bonk us, yeah. We can still just get by. Good. She does not have very much HP. Okay, that's very important to note. If we get hit like 3 times, she's dead. You do regain HP, but very slowly. Stamina. Oh my god, it's Spider-Man. He just dropped from the ceiling. He was going for the upside down kiss. No thanks. Sorry, Peter. All right. Hopefully no one sees us here, because that kind of sucks when that happens. Okay, good. I'm gonna use that tool and grab a key and escape. So I love how we have to like work so hard to open up the door so that she can get in here, only for her to like try to immediately escape back out into the outside. Okay, so check it out. Squidward is gonna be on our left here. Brace yourself for Squidman. There he is. And he pops off. Sometimes what every once in a while, like 10% of the time, what he'll do is just have the most over-the-top, ridiculous pop-off you've ever heard, and it's just, like, deafening. Okay, so we're gonna go alternate. There it is. Also, I don't know if that answers your question, Super, that you asked in the Discord earlier. That's it. That's the only... There's only 2 stage selects in the whole any percent run. And it's you go to Tomontaki Uji's second level, you do an alternate next, and it'll take you to the school, and then for the next stage select this one, you do an alternate, and it takes you to here, because the alternate the mission 2 ending for the school is to let her in, is to let Naoko in. Oh, he's just gonna watch us climb off the ladder. Oh, no, he's doing the worst possible thing, which is hitting us after we're off the ladder. Actually, okay, no, what have I done? Don't do that. The worst possible thing is when he hits you and then traps you in the corner. I'm gonna need a referee review on that one. Did he hit me through the door? Am I crazy? Like as I was shutting the door? I can't tell. Close.
Is he still your favorite after that?
Not anymore. That wasn't very gentlemanly at all. All right, we're gonna pause for stamina right here. Okay. We're gonna go assassinate Squidward tennis balls. Come here, gamer. It's time to meet your maker. Yep, missed. Oh, the last shot in the cylinder. Okay, our gun is now empty. Check it out. Click. Blocked. Oh, okay. That guy died at the last possible second. Oops, wrong door. Because I'm not used to this guy being so far forward. No, they're right in the doorway, both of them. Okay, so you have to walk through enemies, so it's just slower. It's kind of a bummer. Naoko's gonna learn how to read. It's a very special moment there. All right, but the moment's over. Time to leave. I'm gonna grab that same tool and leave. So what we actually grabbed, Naoko has already learned how to read. She knows how to read. How else would she read her cues, right? Being a TV personality and all. What we're actually grabbing there is the Hanyuda Village folklore book. Okay, so we found a library card earlier that has encouraged us to find this very same book at the school. That's why she's here in the first place, is because she gets curious. She's like, why was this book checked out? And she reads in that book a story about how the red water causes gamers to have everlasting life. Really what it is they become one with the sus dimension. They become one with the alien gamer god. Yeah, there's an alien god. That's a whole other... You don't even interact with him unless you're playing True End or 100%, so I've kind of glossed over him a little bit. That's the final boss, but you don't even fight the final boss in any percent. We're gonna head on out now. Squidward will meet us at the exit, as he always does. Hey, Squiddy. But yeah, she literally in the cutscene here, she goes, I did it! Ha 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 ha! She like laughs like a crazy person. And then she goes submerges herself in the red water and becomes one of the gamers. So it's like it's anybody's guess why she does that. She wants to live forever, is what it really is. She wants to be beautiful forever, is her that's her arc. And it makes her into one of the gamers. It's not a good arc for her anyway. But yeah, the character lore is extremely rich in this game. There's no possible way that I could explain all of it, or even just the main plot in the hour that we've been doing the run, and also like explaining the run. That would just be, I mean, that would be a tall order. Okay, here we go. Okay, that looks about good. My timing was a little weird running up here. Okay, oof, that was close. Hopefully the lady's not in our way in the kitchen. Okay, good. We can checkpoint abuse here. That's going to bring Yoriko, our companion, over to this side. It's such a pain to try to bring her over here. Like, it takes forever. I mean, you'll see that in the next mission. We have to revisit here for a mission 2. Oh, she almost pre-fired. No, she yelled. The cafeteria lady might come out. Lunch Lady Doris. She might come game with us, which would be most unfortunate. Okay, cool. She's actually just chilling in there. Nice. But this guy probably heard it, which is actually good because he comes over here. Good. I'm just gonna take off. I'm gonna go for it. Good, no sniper sight. Are you gonna come over here or what? She's taking the most ridiculous path I've ever seen. But it's okay, she got it. She got here. There's actually a sniper looking in our general direction right now, but he can't see us because we're behind the wood barrier. But every once in a while, she'll get shot running over here, and then it's over. Okay, we're gonna wait for her to set her foot. And there it is. Yoriko is best girl. I won't tolerate any Yoriko slander. Mods, be on high alert. Super says anything else about Yoriko, you send him to the stratosphere. You know what to do. Okay. There's no fancy stage select for this one. We literally just scroll down. So I lied. There's actually a third stage select. It's this one. Yeah. Okay. This is the second to last level, so time's going to be coming up in just a little bit. This time we have to take Yoriko with us. Best girl. So we're going to tell her to wait. Step to the left a little bit so I don't bonk when I swing. Good. Come around the corner. 1, 2, 3. 4. He's trolling. 5. Okay. He's shot out all 5, and now we're going to let him have it. Ha! Ha! Okay. Put him in the contraption. Oh, she heard me. I was going for the sneak attack. That's fine. Just getting wobbled. All right. Opening up the toilet room and find the manhole opening tool. You heard me. We're going to call Yoriko over to follow us. That's why she's best girl, because she actually... You'd be surprised, you'd be amazed, even, how bad the companions can be in this game. Okay, Latch Lady Doris has been defeated, and it's time to move on. Alright, hopefully the sniper doesn't see us. Every once in a while, the sniper will shoot Yoriko here. Gonna really hope that doesn't happen. Ask him nicely, you know? Please don't shoot Yoriko. Yeah? Please don't shoot Yoriko. Sweet. Okay. Alright. Open up this little thing. Climb down in there. And you know what she says here? She literally, during this cutscene, will say, like move over, and she, like, pushes him out of the way. And that level that we hit her on about halfway, or hit her in about halfway through the run, she picked up an item that's gonna let her break open the gate there. She literally says, I saw this... I saw this in not in an anime. I saw this in a comic book once. Hopefully we moved fast enough to get the wrap. Looks like it's... This one's kind of tight. There it is. Oh no! It's fine. So once again, if we're within tagging range, we die. So yeah, tag you're it. We want to stay out of range. This is the last level here, so time will be coming up in just a minute. I'm gonna walk because she's out of stamina. Okay, cool. Yo, Clayman. See you. Can see you, Mash, as well. I'll let the Yoriko slander slide for now. Okay, we're gonna... Normally I do a different... I'm just gonna go for it. Excuse me. That one can be kind of tight because if she'll turn around like instantly and magnet onto you and kill you. But who cares? This snow glitch is allowed, and we are gamers who love games and good causes. So yeah, don't forget to hit the donate link, guys. I believe it may be pinned in the chat, otherwise you might be able to scroll up and find it, or else you could even find it on the homepage of the Twitch channel.
You can also use !donate to bring it right to you.
Nice. All right. And with that, we are anti-stamina running our way to the end. Time is coming up in 3, 2, 1. That's time.
GG.
Thank you. Yeah, and that's it for Siren. Harumi has escaped from the underworld, but oh no, she doesn't have anywhere to escape to, right? The link between the underworld and the real world has not yet been reestablished. You guys will have to play 100% in order to do that. This is the epic anime ending cutscene. This is your reward for finishing runs of Siren. Every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, you'll actually finish a run, and you get to see this, which is just like the coolest thing. He's gonna release. Yeah, it is extremely based. So is Siren Blood Curse, Siren New Translation. That one has kind of a play on this. It's very similar. Me and Ecdysis argue back and forth about which one is cooler. It's this one. This is the original. It's definitely cooler. Anyway, thank you all for having me here on No Glitches Allowed. It has been a genuine pleasure to showcase one of my favorite video games and to participate in this great event for a great cause. Thanks to everybody in the chat. I see Super in there, fellow Siren runner Super. Guys, if you want to run Siren, go to speedrun.com/Siren and join our Discord, okay? And we will help you learn the game. It's hard, but fair. Okay, it's actually not fair at all, but it's fun. Thank you to No Glitches Lab for having me on. And thank you to everyone involved for putting this event together. It's for a great cause, and so also to everyone who's donating, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thanks for the GGs in the chat, guys. All right. Anyway, my time is up. It's Resident Evil gaming time. I've been Casual Speedrun. Thank you all for...
before you go, Casual.
Oh, yeah?
We have a $1 donation coming in from Yori who says never heard of her. So... someone really wanted you to know that. Curse the roll with the slander right at the bitter end. Thank you very much for the generous donation.
Nice.
Yes, Kaggle, that was a phenomenal run. Thank you so much for showing off this amazing cult classic game. And our horror block will continue. We'll go to an intermission, and when we come back, viewers, it will be time for Resident Evil. So get your final donations in if you wish to change that game's language from Italian, which still has the lead. You'd have one intermission left, and we'll be right back. Hello again, chat. I hope you're having quite a lovely evening with our horror block event tonight. This next run is, if you look at our schedule using !schedule in chat, you may notice a race. We have 2 runners. And so while they are getting set up, that means you are being blessed with just a bit more time to change the outcome of our language bid war. Italian sits in the lead with $65, followed by Portuguese with $25, French with $1.20, and Japanese with $1. That may seem quite far, but working together, chat, we can overcome even the most horrific of fates, as well as make our way towards that $1,900 mark, which, if met, will get us at the end of a Resident Evil Village, the intro section of the game, played by one of our runners, to introduce the story of Ethan Winters and his daughter Rose as she gets kidnapped by Mother Miranda. It's a section that is typically skipped in a speedrun in the no intro category, obviously, because it is very RNG heavy and has some set amount of time that we must spend waiting. But the lore is important, and it will add time, more marathon. We would simply not have that be skipped, right, dear friends in chat? I know you are understanding. So please, use !donate if you can to get that donation total rising, both for the language bid war and for our milestone. And as a reminder, all of it is going towards the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Center. In 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obanos lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescuees, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date, with no sign of slowing down. Just a little bit of lore there for you. Hopefully we can get more lore for Resident Evil as our donation total grows to match the number of dogs that the Go Rescue Pet Adoption Shelter has helped in its lifetime. With that all out of the way, hold on to your seats, or stand up and stretch, get limber, get hydrated. You might need it, because we are in for a treat. When we come back, we'll be ready with our Resident Evil Village race. Stay tuned, friends.